Okay, I had to start this over because I just didn't have my camera set up right. I just wanted to make sure you guys can see the cards. I'll turn it a little bit this way. If you don't see my pretty plant in the corner, that's because it's outside. I had to put it out there to get watered. But I think um, I need to do this video in under 10 minutes because I don't have a lot of space. I need to clear some stuff off of my phone. I know I don't have a lot of space to record, and then I've got a hard stop in about 15 minutes. I have a meeting to get to. So let me just get some sage going. Um, Guys, I know it's like been crazy and crazy and crazy, the back and forth with Corona, which is going to be going on because right now you've got Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto all in Capricorn. Capricorn represents government and things like that. So, I think that's a big reason why things have just really been crazy to have Pluto, with Pluto there and then Jupiter there, just making an issue bigger, then making it better, then making it bigger again, like expanding everything that's going on. And like Pluto's like, well, here's the next issue, here's the next thing you got to deal with, here's the next chaos or tragedy or crazy thing. And then Saturn's like, yeah, you're really gonna learn some lessons this year. And Jupiter's like, yeah, let me make these problems even bigger, so, to make sure that you're tuned into what's going on. So I hope I didn't burn my nail. So anyway, I need to light this sage on the stove, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna do this and we'll get started. So we're just gonna do a brief reading for the week, just to get the energies that are going on this week. And then I'm gonna draw one particular card for each element so we can kind of take those cards in that direction for that particular element, all right? So I think I wanna start with the Rider-Waite deck. And as I stated, we've got we're going into Leo moon. I think the moon is in Leo right now. It's just coming out of Cancer. So last week you may have just had a lot of emotional things going on. It's been busy. I think Mars is still in Aries. Should be getting to Taurus sometime soon. Speaking of Aries, boom. Watch this be. I haven't even seen, but watch this be the Emperor. Damn Emperor. Yup. See, busy, busy, busy. The Emperor's like, I ain't going away. Mars is I'm in oh, Mars is in my sign. We gotta work. And when I say work, I just mean busy, no matter what it is. Like busy at work, busy with friends, busy at home, busy with your kids, busy with your parents, busy with people you take care of. It's just a lot of action with Mars being in his home sign of Aries, which I think it's still there. I don't think it's gone into Taurus yet. You all know we've got Uranus in Taurus. So a lot of changes when it comes. I think overall with Taurus being that sign of religion, spirituality, higher ideals, intuition, material security and things like that. I think a lot of folks, of course, Tauruses are having a totally personal experience with Uranus, but I think a lot of folks have just really been rethinking about their ideals, where they're going in their life, and maybe sort of what you need or what you think at different phases. So like the phase of going from age 7 to like age 10, like the transitions between middle school and then, or elementary school and going to middle school, the transition between middle school and going to high school, the transitions from like your 30s to your 40s, just transitions, and the values and ideals you may have had at one point in your life that you've either rethinking those, you solidified those, maybe they're changing or whatever. So what's going on this week? And these could be things that kind of come and draw one more card. These fell out. These are kind of things that came out of last week. Is now there may be a lot of communication going on. There may be things that need your input. Maybe you found out some information. Maybe you found out you had certain messages and some important communications that have occurred from last week into this week. And maybe those things had to do with financial offers, someone offering something to you, or someone making an offer. And for whatever reason, at this point, I feel like the communication hasn't been always solidified, or maybe some just might not be happy with the offer. Some might not be satisfied with the offer. But also, what I want you to understand is something that was communicated to you, some information or some news that came to you could be more valuable than you think it is, because this offer that was presented, this thing that was presented, it took a lot of time to build it, and it's something very sturdy. It's not something that's offered to everybody. It's something that took time to kind of think about it and to offer it. And maybe this could be on both sides. If you're the person that something is being offered to, maybe you don't even see the offer. You're not even paying attention to it. And maybe this is something to really think about this week. Redirect your focus. You know, the thing about life is you have to take chances. I think a lot of people are scared of stepping out on faith, regrets, hurts, you know, what will happen, failure. But somebody told me once, as a Pisces, you know, they gave me a good lesson. And oh, guys, I'm telling y'all, I don't know if YouTube just don't circulate my videos. It seems like when I first got on YouTube, I used to get a lot more views, and I don't know, maybe it's just because of my inconsistency. But I'm gonna try to be consistent, because I swear to y'all, these tarot readings just I just feel like everything I say happens. Although there are a lot of good readers. So I'm actually going to take the hangman like this, because it kind of fell out. So I don't know if it's upright or not. But I literally just said a Pisces once told me. So let me give you this advice that a Pisces once told me. A Pisces once told me that you cannot be afraid to fail. Don't worry about what you don't know. You can't be afraid to fail. You just kind of have to go for it and do your best at whatever it is you're doing. So whether that's your relationship, your job, and I could say this to be true in like relationships, even with jobs. I think my struggle was more so when we were having this conversation, my struggle was about career. It really wasn't about any relationships or any like thing like that. But point being is, if you're used to kind of overachieving, if you're used to achieving certain things, or kind of always being advanced or learning and catching on quickly, and I think I had a time where I just really wasn't, because of so many things that were going on, and then all of it was new to me. And I think my biggest fear was just like, hey, it's all this pressure. I don't know what any of this is. I'm going to fail, you know, whatever. So I think you just really have to live your life and be true to yourself and be considerate of other people, and always carry love in your heart and not be afraid to fail. So that's what I was saying, some great advice I had gotten from a Pisces. And both of these are water signs. So you've got maybe your emotions, maybe you're deep in your feelings on something, and maybe you're thinking too much about it, and it's time to get up and it's trying to move, because you'd be amazed the things that will manifest in your favor. So, you know, I just want you all to know that the time that you've maybe thought on something, or you contemplated something, I think that time is coming to an end. It's time to act. It's truly time to act. So let's see for the signs. Let's kind of see for each sign, maybe some more direction in which way this is going, because I'm going to do an outcome card, but I'm going to do it for the elements. So not each sign, because we got about 2 more minutes, 1 minute and 15 seconds. So let's do it for the element. And I may not use the love deck. We may keep it. So I guess the first element I'm going to start out with is air. And the air, yours is going into of wands. So there's something that you've been wanting. You've kind of expressed. You've kind of taken some action. You may be a traveler. You may be a person that goes around. You may have just gotten a book bag and like some hiking boots and a cape or something, or some kind of coat. Maybe you guys just invested in some kind of coat. And I say this because there's a Libra that I know. I have a Libra friend who just literally bought a book bag. So it's really funny. This is for air. And I only chose air because the Swords card was the first card out the deck. So to make it fair, I guess we'll do air, earth, water, and then we'll take fire last. So you may have had some action, but you really got to put in more work. I think that's the thing. Like, you don't look exhausted. you've got everything that you need, and you have the power, and you're gonna find a diamond or a jewel out of all of this. Speaking of diamonds and jewels, look what's on my finger. So you're gonna find a diamond and jewel out of all of this. You just have to keep forging the path and forging the way and going forward. And it's just perfect because, like I said, it's the time to move. It's not the time, and let me put it like this so it can make a little bit more sense, since most of us read from left to right. It's the time to move. The hangman has to get up, and there's time to move. You have thought about it, you have contemplated, and you pretty much have a good idea at this point of where you want to go, but you've got to put it into action and just step out on faith, air sign. That's what you've got to do. Earth sign, the sun. So earth signs, you got the sun. So what that tells me is whatever it is, and it's just so funny because you see, like in the hangman, there's your sun beside his head, and then in this card there's a sun behind his head. So earth signs, you could have two kids, you could have two sons, you could have a vision in your head of someone who you would like to have kids with, or maybe it's someone that you have kids with now, or someone you have kids with from the past. But I'm seeing for earth signs, you may be looking for a whole new adventure, a whole new direction to go in, or maybe there are some things or some value you have on maybe family, or spending some quality time with your kids, or getting away, going on some type of vacation around some water or something, which may have been a little difficult as we've been going through Corona times. But if you want to do that, I think the now is the time to act. No, I have friends who've been traveling with their kids and still doing stuff. And I understand we're kind of in a terrible place in the world, but how you got to kind of look at things is it could always be worse. And while you're alive and you still have the opportunity, as long as you take, this is going to be water. Didn't even look at it good yet. Don't want to look because I'm talking and I don't even want to think about it yet. This will be water, and I'll do one more for fire. But you still got to kind of live your life as long as you take precautions and you do what's best for you. So earth signs, I think you are going to have a good outcome. You could be dealing with a Leo. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, you could be dealing with a Leo, or you could be a person, earth signs, you could be a person with two kids who just really needs a freaking vacation. Okay? You just really need to get away. All right, so that's what could be going on for the earth signs. And I say just do it. Like, honestly, just do it. You've been contemplating. Nothing's been good enough. So if you are an earth sign, I think this is a good time for you to do that. And maybe what you want to do is specifically with your kids. Or you can have your eye on somebody that has two kids too. I don't know why I'm thinking about offers, making a move. There's been communication. So maybe an offer with somebody who has two kids, or to work something out, that kind of thing. All right, water signs. Why do we always get the bullshit? I mean, air and earth got the two of wands and the sun. Then here we come with the damn five of pentacles. What the hell? So water signs, it's time for you to take your finances seriously. It's time for you to save. It's time for you to invest. It's time for you to put your money in the bank. It's time for you to gain independence. It's time for you to make your money grow for you. It's time for you to get off your ass and do something. I think that really is the point, water signs, and I don't have to keep going from there. You may even get communication about some money. Maybe there's a situation that you needed additional money for. You've been a little down and depressed, and maybe you're going to get some good news about some communication, but it may deal with you having to have some collateral or something. So you may get some news about some money, or maybe there's a substantial amount of money, or a good amount of money, or the amount of money that you needed to do something that you needed to do. Maybe that's going to come to you, and you're going to be putting that in the bank. You're going to be investing it in everything else, because you could be saving for a rainy day, or just saving your nest egg, or whatever you're doing, water signs. So I think you've probably been thinking a lot about times where you may not have had, thinking about the next steps you want to make for your future. And that is probably what that Five of Pentacles is talking about. And it also talks about independence and not necessarily relying on others. Just being able to be truly independent and realize that what you need, you'll have. You know, you just got to make wise decisions, save. And I just get a lot of things about financial planning. thinking back to the past and maybe when finances weren't so good and getting to a place where they are going to be better. But right now you may just be in the trenches, in the struggle of just getting to that place, you know? All right, so we got one last card and then we're going to close the reading out. And this one last card is for fire signs. Let's see. Fire signs, Ace of Swords, new communication, new opportunities, new possibilities. So fire signs, Sag, Aries, and Leo, you may have gotten something that comes in that you were sitting on that you haven't moved on doing. And this could be from a financial aspect, or offer. It could even be something to do with love, right? You had something come in and you've been contemplating it for whatever reason. You may have been in some negativity. Maybe you didn't see a way. Maybe you didn't see this blessing coming in. You didn't expect it, but it was handed to you. You kind of sat on it, but now it's time to move and do something because you have the opportunity. So that may be a lot with new communication, making new connections, making new contacts, tags, maybe splitting something up 2 different ways, splitting assets, or coming up with some financial plan or some way to go as well. And Leo, maybe there's some really good sex in your future or something. I don't know. I don't know the way that sword is stabbing into that table. You never know. It is Leo season. Happy birthday, Leo. So maybe you guys are getting some really good outdoor nature kind of sex going on right now or something like that. Or maybe you all are making plans as we go into fall season. There's some new beginnings. It's some new things you got to bring to the table. You got to figure out how to split the pie, maybe where to spend money, how to spend money, and what to do so that you can harvest and you can have everything you need kind of initiated and started as we go into the fall season. Because summer is where you kind of want to get out, do everything you've got to do. It's been a really hot summer, so I haven't even been outside as much as I usually like to. I just want to be in the air at this point. But summer is where you really get out and do everything you need to do as you prepare for winter harvest and hibernating. You know, you kind of harvesting everything before the winter comes, and then you're storing it, you're hoarding it, you're harvesting it until the next fertile season, planting season, grow season comes. So Leo, if you're looking for something to pop off, if you're looking to really start to get new communication, understand which direction maybe business is going in or different things are happening, even with your relationship, if you are waiting to get clarification on like a relationship issue, that may come closer to the fall months. So maybe you'll get some more communication or offers or just some clarity in the direction and decisions you're going to make as we get into September, October, November, and December, as we get into the fourth quarter, the last period, the last few months of the year. Okay, so that is a tarot reading for this week, August 17th through, I don't know what the end of this week is. Is it the 20th or the 21st? Something of that nature. I think it's the 21st. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Happy birthday to all of my Leos. I love Leos, if anybody knows. And this is not really by choice. This is just really by example of what's going on in my life. I love Leos. Leos are one of, and I can't say I hang with a whole bunch of Leos in this particular moment, although I definitely hang with and know several. But throughout my life, for whatever reason, I've been surrounded by like Leos and Libras. So I got a lot of family that's Libras, but a lot of friends, a lot of immediate family that's Libras, but a lot of friends, and my closest friends over the periods of my life, as I've been like a teenager and older, have been Leos. So just a lot of love for Leos, a lot of respect for Leos. Enjoy your birthday, Leos, and I hope it's wonderful. But much love and respect to everybody watching the videos, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will be back next Monday with another tarot reading, and we're getting close to September readings, so you'll start seeing my September tarot videos come out, and I'll start incorporating the astrology back into them more like I used to do. So thanks for watching. This is Madam X. This is Frequency Real Radio, and I'm gone.